Hello, boys and girls. So you know that Mother's Day is coming up in a couple days. It's going to be on Sunday this week. And so we have two Mother's Day crafts that we're going to do for our mamas for Mother's Day. The first one is this birdhouse card, and I've made a couple of them to show you a couple different things you could do differently to them. So you'll see I wrote a nice cute little message on the inside, Happy Mother's Day 2020, and it says, "You make our house a home," and it looks like a little birdhouse. So set those to the side. The supplies you need to gather out of your packet is the packet that looks like this. It's 2 pages. Go ahead and separate those pages. You'll need both of them. And you'll need your 3 popsicle sticks out of your supply bag. So you'll need those things. You'll need a glue stick or white glue. When we put the popsicle sticks on, white glue might hold it a little bit better. Mine did okay, so glue sticks might be okay. You'll need markers or crayons or colored pencils, something to color it with, and probably a pencil. I'm going to use pen so that you can see a little bit better, but you'll need a pencil and you'll need a pair of scissors. And one other thing that I actually forgot to grab. You will need that piece of paper that you picked out. You picked out the color at one of our class meetings, and I put that in your packet. So it's just one piece of paper all by itself. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to move my supplies out of the way. And let's start with the pieces here. So on your pieces, you're going to want to color the birdhouse hole right here. You're going to want to color that black so that it looks like it disappears into the birdhouse. So that's the hole where the bird goes in the house to live. On your birds, you can choose what color you want to color them. You can see I kind of did a theme where the pink bird had a yellow wing and the yellow bird had a pink wing. You can do those colors, whatever color you want. The hearts here, the little hearts, are going to be your bird wings. You're going to want to color the mom symbol. That'll be the front of your card. If you are choosing to make this card for someone other than mom for Mother's Day, maybe grandma or someone else, you can put their name on this one and use that instead. There's 2 messages for you to choose from. You could choose from Happy Mother's Day, or you make our house a home. I liked this one, so I picked this one. You could maybe even choose both of them, and I'll show you where you could put the other one later on. So after you have all those pieces colored, you'll want to color them and then cut them out. So I'm not going to do that on the video. I've already done it, and I have my pieces here ready to go. So now that they're all cut out, I'll set those to the side and we'll make the house part. Okay, for the house part, you're going to need this paper all by itself. And the first thing you'll do is fold it exactly on that dotted line. These edges might not line up, but I want you to make sure that you go exactly on that dotted line there. So let me go ahead and do mine. What we're doing is we're making a pattern to trace for our birdhouse shape. Okay, after you have that folded, I want you to unfold it and kind of look see through that line through the paper, and I want you to put the glue around the inside so that it kind of holds that shape together on the next page. So you should be able to see through and see the line well enough to put on the glue. I think I need a little more solid background here. All right. Okay, then go ahead and fold that over. After you have that glued together, you're going to cut on the solid black lines to cut out this birdhouse shape. You don't need to cut on the side right here where you folded it, only on these 4 solid black lines. So I'm going to go ahead and cut that out for you. And then we'll use this to trace the birdhouse shape onto our colored paper. Great. set your scraps to the side or go throw them in the trash. And set your template to the side, your pattern to the side. We have to fold this paper. We want this paper to be exactly in half. Think about how a book opens and how you would want a card to open. So go ahead and line those edges up as precisely as you are able to do. My strategy is to line up those corners and then crease it in the middle. Then I'll set it down, line those corners up again. I kind of already have that crease to work with, and I can go up and down to finish off that crease. This side is where my fold is. I want to keep that be the folding side. So I'm going to use this pattern that I made to trace onto my card. I'm going to put it so that one edge of my pattern is right on the fold side, and I'm going to trace around it. I'm going to use a pen to trace around it so that you can see, but I would really recommend using a pencil so that if you slip a little bit, you don't have a pen mark or a marker mark on your paper. Okay, line that up. It doesn't matter if any of the other edges line up. You only want that one side to line up. And a reminder that I'm lining it up on the side that opens up. Okay? Double check before you start cutting because you don't have an extra paper. All right, I'm going to go ahead and draw those lines, and I want you to watch. Whoa, flying pen cap. I want you to watch as I trace it so that you can see where I'm tracing. So I'm tracing the 4 sides that aren't on the edge. And you can see now I have my birdhouse shape on my card. I'm going to set that to the side. You could save this and make more cards with it at another time if you want. If you are done and don't think you're ever going to make any more birdhouse cards, this can be trash at the end of your project. Now I'm going to cut that out just like I cut out my template, only I'm not going to glue it. I'm going to leave it open so we can glue things on the inside. All right, set those scraps to the side. So now we have our birdhouse shape, and it opens up just like the card that was my sample. So I'm going to start gluing some of the pieces on. I recommend doing the popsicle sticks at the very end so that it's easy to write on your card and it's easy to open and close it while you're getting all the pieces put in. So notice that the black heart is on the front and it's facing upward. It's facing with the heart going in its normal direction. When you put it on your card, you want to make sure that you save room for the 2 popsicle sticks and for the word mom underneath it. So I'm going to go ahead and take my heart that I colored black and I'm going to glue that right on my card here. Again, I'm going to make sure that I leave room for those popsicle sticks. And then I'll put my word mom on the bottom there, right underneath the heart. Now, when you put the word on, again, look at the bottom and make sure you're leaving room for a popsicle stick down there at the bottom for the bird perch. Perfect. All right. So the next I have my bird pieces and my words to put inside of my card. So I'm going to put this, you make our house a home, on this side, and I want to make sure that I leave room for the bird underneath. So I'm going to put it up close to the top, not necessarily touching the top, but up close to the top so there's room for the bird underneath. And I think I'll put my yellow bird on this side. I'm also going to leave a little room underneath my bird for some feet because I liked having feet for my bird. And then that leaves room for my words up above. I should have put the words on first. I think that's what I said to do, and then I didn't do it. That's all right, though. You make our house a home. Oh, moms are the best. All right, and then my smaller pink bird. I think it's a mama bird and a kid bird because the yellow one is a little bit bigger than the pink one. So I like that, though, because it's for Mother's Day. All right, now here's where you can get creative depending on what color you colored your bird wings. So I originally put the pink on the pink and the yellow on the yellow. I did that on my purple card here. You can see that. And then on my green card, I switched it up so that the colors stood out a little bit, and I thought that was so cute. So that's how I'm gonna do it again. So you do it how you want, you do whatever colors you want to do, but I am going to switch those around like I did and put that little bird wing on there and Mama's bird wing. Oops, I want it to go that way. Mama's bird wing on there. All right. So now we had another craft that you might have already done that used these paper strips. Now on those paper strips, I actually saved, I thought I did, a piece of my orange strip. Well, I didn't, so I'm gonna grab one out of here. You can use this if you didn't use it on your other craft, which I didn't use the orange on mine, but you can use this to make bird beaks. So all you need to do is snip off just about an inch of that orange paper. You could actually snip this off and probably still use it for your craft. And then cut 2 triangles out of this. So the way I did it is I just cut a point of a triangle. So there's one that I have. And then it was already halfway made, so I just cut going the other way, and there I have another triangle, kind of a carrot shape. And I'm gonna glue those beaks on. Now, if you don't have that orange paper left over, maybe you used it, or I don't know, maybe you used it for a different craft. I don't know. What you could do is you could draw the beak, and I want to show you what those would look like. So on this one, I did draw the beaks on. I just used a black marker. You could use an orange marker. I don't know how the orange will look on the colored paper, but go for it. You do it your way. This is your project. So those beaks could be black as well. All right. Our little tweeters here, our little birds need feet, and they need eyeballs. So you don't have to do the feet if you don't like the way the feet look. I like them. I think they're cute. And they're just little stick bird feet. So the way I drew those feet is just a line down and then 3 little toes. And then another line down and 3 little toes. For the eyeball, I just did a circle with another circle inside of it. I will mimic that and do the exact same thing for the mama bird. 3 little toes. All right. So your card is almost done. What I want you to do though, before we put the popsicle sticks on, is I want you to write a message to your mom on this side. It can be something as simple as Happy Mother's Day. Remember I told you that you could use both of these if you want. You could cut this out and glue it on this side, but I know mamas, and mamas really love to see our handwriting. So I would do a handwriting message right here. You can copy Happy Mother's Day so you know how to spell it, but I would write Happy Mother's Day over here. I also, if I show you back my green one, I also would put the date up at the top. When we date projects that mamas are going to want to keep, we want to put the year. Then they can look back and see what grade you were in. You could even write 2nd grade on there if you wanted to. So, and then I just wrote Happy Mother's Day, love Tamra, and that's what I'm going to write on this one as well. So I'm going to put the date up at the top, 2020 or 2020, and I am going to write 2nd grade. 2nd grade. That way my mom will know what grade I was in when I made her this card, because she's going to keep it for a really long time. All right. Happy Mother's. Let's do all of those words with capital letters, because Mother's Day is a proper noun. So Happy Mother's Day. And then I'm going to put an exclamation mark, of course, because I want her to hear my enthusiasm. And then I'm going to write love Tamra. I'm going to write mine in cursive. I don't expect you to write it in cursive, but you can if you know how to. And then I think I'm going to draw a little heart on there for my mom too. I want her to know that she is special. All right, so that's what the inside of the card will look like, boys and girls. Now we're gonna do the popsicle sticks on the front. This is the part where I might have said this at the beginning, is that The white glue might work a little bit better if you're having trouble getting your glue stick to stick for the popsicle sticks. My advice is to use a little bit more glue stick than you would normally use. So we're gonna take our popsicle sticks and we're gonna put one up here and one going the other way. I'm gonna take the glue and put it right on the paper. I think it will stick better that way. And I'm, like I said, gonna put a little bit more than I usually do. I'm gonna use just the edge of the glue stick so I can get a thin line. But the amount of glue on that thin line, I want to make sure it's pretty sticky. And then just set your popsicle stick down on top of that. Go ahead and do the same thing on the other side, making sure it matches all the way up to the other popsicle stick. Get that glue on pretty thick. You want it pretty sticky. And take another one of your popsicle sticks and lay it right on there. Don't leave a gap. Line it up nice and even with the edge of the roof. Okay? And then the last popsicle stick is going to go down here for a bird perch. And on this one, we want to make sure that we don't have it out to one side or the other. We want to center it on the card, okay? All right, get that nice thick sticky layer of glue on there. And drop your perch on the birdhouse. All right, there you go, boys and girls. This is for Mother's Day, which is on Sunday, okay? This is one of our crafts we're gonna do, and I have another craft coming your way if you haven't already done it. All right, keep that a secret until Mother's Day. Find a place that you can hide it where Mom won't find it.